What up, my peeps? So I know it's been a while since I uploaded one of these videos for you guys. I'm gonna try to do two videos this week, and partly the reason why I haven't done any videos is because the company that I work for, this is my second job that I usually do on the weekends. It's security job. They just moved into a brand new building, and so I couldn't, really record because there was just like too much stuff going on, too much people like coming in and out, like moving stuff and trying to get everything organized or whatever. But anyways, this new building has some glitches, I guess, and like that light that you guys keep seeing flashing is like it's like one of the alarms that keeps going off. So I just had to like silence it, and so yeah, sorry, that's gonna keep flashing like the whole video, and that's why I got this visor on, uh, of my sucky ass team right now. Yeah, they're pretty much going down the toilet. But anyway, and for like any new, viewers or listeners, the reason I wear, sunglasses, not because I'm trying to like hide anything, just I have a sensitivity to light. Like I talked about in one of my previous videos, because I had bleach sprayed into my eyes when I worked at SMU1 Arizona State Supermax prison by a Aryan Brotherhood inmate. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna try to do a couple of prison stories for you guys this week, and then I might do like some. I might even throw in a paranormal video, and then for sure the following week, probably I'm gonna do a paranormal video because I still have like a decent amount of prison stories of my own experiences, um, but I have a lot of paranormal experiences left that I can talk about. And then I'm probably gonna even start reading like other people's experiences, and I have some pretty good ones, prison stories off of Reddit that I was looking up. But anyway, this video. Oh, before I get to the story, just don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're not already. And like I'll probably keep doing these until like I mean I still get like a decent amount of views for my personal what I feel is acceptable because like I've said I do these for fun, and I still got a good amount of people that look forward to watching these and comment and interact with me or whatever. So anyway, this story is going to be about Correctional Corporation of America, private prison, Central Arizona Detention Center, Florence, Arizona. It's a private prison, crooked ass, corrupt private prison that I used to work for. But anyway, so this story was an 800 unit for any of the CCA former employees or ones that still work there. They'll know what unit I'm talking about. It was mostly high custody back then. I don't know what it is now, but we had this inmate. I'm just gonna say his nickname. His nickname was Drew, and he was a mafioso. Um, that's all. I usually don't say specifically what gang, but you guys know. If you know, you know. He was a Chicano, and he was a mafioso, so you know what that usually means, right? And so he ended up like, if I remember right, he um he kind of got himself in some hot water with his church, as they call it, the church he attended. I've talked about that before in videos. Like, they would never say like I'm into whatever. They'd say like, "Are you asking me what church do I attend?" That's how they worded it. And you had to have a pretty high level of respect, of mutual respect with them for them to even speak to you like that. And I'm not trying to brag, but I kind of am in a way because I dealt with a lot of the shot callers because I worked in the always in the high custody and the high custody GP units, and then like always the highest custody lockdown units with the like the most dangerous dudes, like the shot callers. And I had a pretty high level of respect with most of them. So they would talk to me like, like in ways that they wouldn't talk to most other COs. And they never asked me for anything because I had let them know at the beginning, like, don't ask me to run messages for you or bring anything to you or nothing like that because I wasn't trying to get caught up in their politics, and they respected that, like me being upfront about that or whatever. But anyway, this dude Drew, he was kind of a young dude. I would say like um, early 20s, and he was a little bit shorter than me and like pretty stocky, like pretty well built dude. And I think his rank was maybe like he might have been like a foot soldier. He might have even been like a corporal or something. Like I don't remember their exact ranks, like if they're like identical to like army or something like that. But I know they have like the foot soldiers and the sergeants, but I think they might have a rank in between. But anyway, he got himself caught up in some hot water because he had like a pretty large amount of drugs, I guess, and I would guess that maybe might have been like coke or heroin because the amount of heat that he caught for this incident was basically what happened was I guess they were coming to search because somebody had snitched or for whatever reason they had suspicions that there was drugs in that pod, and he lived in one of the gang pods in 800 unit. I think it was either Nancy or Oscar pod, one of those. Those were the two gang pods in 800 unit, and so they came to search, and I think they even brought a drug dog. So he flushed the drugs down the toilet, I believe, and then like I don't know if like there's a way to get them out once he flushed them, but I think that's what he was trying to do, and he wasn't able to get the drugs back out after he flushed them, right? So I don't think they were gonna kill him, but I think they were gonna like fuck him up pretty bad, like to teach him a lesson, right? So what ended up happening was I don't remember if he got locked up, like I don't know what he got locked up for, but he ended up in the lockdown unit, in 900 unit, and I'm sure it has something to do with the drugs or whatever. But he ended up locked down, and then I remember one night he was supposed to go to court, and he refused to cuff up to go to court because he already knew, like, I guess he was afraid they were gonna get him like on the bus or something because there was gonna be some other mafiosos on the bus, and I think he was afraid they were gonna I think he thought they were gonna stab him or something, like he was paranoid about it, so he refused to cuff up. He said he wasn't gonna go to court. So anytime an inmate has a court, you can't refuse. There's no refusing. Like you're gonna go, like either one way or another. You're gonna go. So they called for a team to come, suit up to do a cell extraction on him, right? And I used to do a lot of cell extractions. Like I was like probably the top three for being the shield man. Like I was one of the dudes they always called to be on shield, right? Because they knew I was always gonna handle business. But so we suited up, and then we came to the pod, and they told us the situation, and basically the captain told us, so here's the situation, and the captain, like, he was a dick. Like a lot of people didn't like him, and I don't know. I'm thinking about saying his name because he was just such a dick. His last name was Hetrick. And he was a dick. Like a lot of people don't like him. He was kind of a piece of crap, to tell the truth. And he ended up getting fired for like for sexual harassment or something like that. But anyways, this dude, I will give him props though. Like when it came to like handling business, like he didn't take no shit from the inmates. But So when we came, he told us, "Here's the situation. Inmate Drew has." So this is what happened. I'm just gonna tell you guys what happened. So this dude was an OG, man. Even though he was young, he knew all the tricks, right? And most inmates that come from like DOC that have done time, they know like what to do. So he was like, if you looked in his window, he looked like a ninja. He had his head all covered up, and all you could see was his eyes. Like, I think he had like a T-shirt or something wrapped around his head, and then he flooded his cell. So there was probably like about that much water in his cell. He flooded his cell before they could turn off his water, and then so what he did was the captain threw a gas grenade in his cell. I think actually he sprayed him first. Like he sprayed gas in there, but it didn't do nothing because had his mouth covered with the t-shirt he had on his head was wet too, right? So it won't let nothing through. It won't let no gas through. So the captain threw a gas grenade in his cell, opened up the food trap and threw it in, right? This dude, like, he did what most of the hardcore inmates do. He had a wet blanket waiting, right? So when the captain threw the grenade in, he threw the wet blanket on the grenade, waited for it to finish its, to go through its, full process of shooting gas out, and then he wrapped it up in a blanket and he dumped it in the toilet. Or actually, you know what? Actually, I think he did that before it finished because that makes more sense, right? What he did was he threw the blanket on it. He picked it up and he dunked it in the toilet. I think that's what he did. And then so the gas probably just came out and like just stayed right there in the toilet water, right? So when it finished, he because the captain was watching him do all this, right? So when he finished, he looked at it and then he grabbed the gas grenade and he pulled there's like a metal handle, looks like kind of like a spoon kind of that is connected to the grenade. It's like the what do you call that? Like the lever. So you can pull the pin and you can hold it like that, and it won't go off until you release that lever. So, anyways, he broke that off. So now he has a weapon. So the captain was telling us, this dude has a weapon. So be ready when you go in. Don't go in like too fast, like like out of control, because if you fall down or something, he's probably gonna stab you, right? So he told us, I'm gonna right when I unlock the door, he says I'm gonna pull it open, and then he said just go in and then try to focus on just you know where he's at and then where the weapon's at in his hand, right? So that's what I did, and I told the guys behind me, hey, don't push me through too fast because I want to be able to locate him and then pin that weapon down, right? So the captain unlocked the door, pulled the door open like really fast, and then we ran in, and he came towards us with the thing in his hand like that, right? And then he kind of like went like that, like to stab, and then so I hit him with the shield, and I made sure to catch the weapon like on the edge of the shield, right? And I hit him hard. Boom! I blasted him, and I knocked him down to the ground. And then so I pinned him on the ground with the shield, and I was holding him. And then a couple of COs jumped on one jumped on one arm, and then the other one jumped on the other arm, and they managed to pull the thing out of his hand, the weapon. And then so after that, I threw the shield out of the way because that's what you're supposed to do. I threw the shield out of the way like that, and then I think the captain or somebody grabbed it and pulled it out of the cell. And then he was like still trying to fight, right? So we wore these gloves with plastic on the front and like protects you, and then like these elbow pads and then knee pads, kind of like the ones like the skateboarders wear. And then so so he was trying to fight us, right? So I elbowed him a couple times like that in the head because these are some of the things we're allowed to do, right, in this situation. I elbowed him a couple times in the head, and then with my knee, I was kneeing him in the thigh because that's one of the things we're trying to do too, right? So I'm like boom, and then like boom, boom, like kneeing him, right? And it was funny because one of the COs that was like a couple of COs behind me, he was trying to hold the right arm, And when I went like that, he got in the way, and I elbowed him on the top of his helmet like hard. I went boom like that. And he told me afterwards, he's like, "Fuck, Diaz." He goes, "You dazed the fuck out of me, bro." He goes, "Man," he goes, you don't play around, bro." And then so like after I hit him a few times with knees and elbows, he was like, all right. I quit. So we rolled him over and handcuffed him, and then we carried him out or whatever, and then yeah, so like I think it was maybe a couple days later, they had moved him to a different segregation unit, and I came in there for something, and right away, like I knew he was in that pod, and I seen him looking out his window, and he's like yells my name. He's like, Diaz. He's like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Hey, come here real quick, man. Can I holler at you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then like all the inmates in that pod like knew like what had gone down, and they knew that I was like on shield because they know everything. And so it was kind of cool, like in a way, because they were all staring at me out the window, like just giving me respect, like damn, that CO is pretty down, like he handles business, but like within the rules as being a CO, you know what I mean? Like I'm not going in there like doing stupid shit, like calling out inmates to like to box or something. That's the last resort right there, like um, only when you have to, because you don't want to do shit like that, obviously, because most of the time they have weapons, they have nothing to lose, and not only that, they're usually younger and in better shape than you. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, he called me over to his cell, and I came over to his cell, and I was like, "What's up, Drew?" And then he goes, "Hey," he goes, "That was you on Shield, huh?" I said, "Yeah, that was me." He goes, "Damn," he goes, "You fucked me up, bro." He goes, "I still can't walk." Because when I was kneeing him in his thigh, he said he showed me he had a big ass bruise on his thigh, and he was like, "Damn." He goes, "Hey," he goes, "But puro respeto," he told me, he's like, he goes, "I know it was," because I told him, I said, "It was nothing personal, bro. I just had to do my job. I was handling business, and he said, "Oh yeah, fuck yeah, bro." He goes, "I understand, man." He goes, you know, you're just handling business, nothing but respect, but yeah, it was kind of cool, just to gain that, because like unless you've ever worked at a prison, been in situations like that, like something like that, like just physically like handling a situation like that, like gains you a mad fucking deal of respect with the inmates and convicts. Um, but anyway, I hope you guys like that story. Like I said, I'll have at least one other video this week, probably a prison story, and then don't forget to hit like, don't forget to subscribe, and leave some comments so I can interact with you guys. I kind of miss all that, but hopefully you guys like the story. Until the next one, your homie Big Cisco. Peace.